Rooskies, friends, and homies, what is up, guys? My name is Walterooski, and I am ridiculously excited about this particular video because I just finished streaming upon further review episode 3 for Sick Boy, and when I was talking about, hey, what other videos tie into Sick Boy, or what other songs, the songs Depression and Insomnia came up. So I'm going to be doing Depression now. I'm going to be doing Insomnia for the subsequent video. So this should release Tuesday morning. So Wednesday morning for me will be when Insomnia comes out. But I really loved the review of Sick Boy. I definitely got a lot out of it. We did some digging into some of the things that caused Ren to write that song, and everybody seemed to say, hey, Depression and Insomnia, you need to check those out now. So I'm going to do that. Before I hit the play button, it's very important to me that you guys know that you are valuable, you are awesome, you are important, you matter, and I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like button, the subscribe button. It goes a long way, but in the meantime, let's check this thing out. Really fancy pick and bass work here.
My thought patterns are composed by a time bomb for an author.
Oh,
like
wow.
pigs to the slaughter. A symphony of self-doubt sings out, breath starts getting shorter. Running water is the state that I wish to become. Instead, concrete envelops my movement and I'm rendered deaf and dumb.
I really love the chugging bass that you're hearing. It could be a guitar song, but I like that he's kind of doing the spoken word thing to just a bass. I mean, it really is about the most simplest of music breakdowns in arrangement context. I love it.
Unable to heed the advice of others. Don't tell me things will get better, cause so far things haven't gotten better. I've got the sweater, poster child, bipolar, ADHD therapist, wet dream.
Wow. Which I don't believe that those things are the case, are they? Those came from like misdiagnoses, right? Like, so he's not actually...
Don't tell me things will get better, cause so far things haven't gotten better. I've got the sweater, poster child, bipolar, ADHD therapist, wet dream. I don't want to talk about my father. I don't want to talk about my dead friend. I don't want to talk about myself.
Wow. That's some pretty gnarly stuff. I don't want to talk about my father. I don't want to talk about my dead friend. I'm sick of talking about myself. That really kind of hits me. This is kind of a personal story, but when my ex-wife drove away and ended up going somewhere else, my parents had actually driven from Tennessee, or from Michigan, to see me in Tennessee, and I was literally in the fetal position on my couch in my living room and just crumpled, like really torn up. And I knew that they were coming, but they arrived like 30 minutes after she'd left, and I was literally just I was crestfallen. There was nothing I could do. And my parents get into my house and they start looking for me. I just can't bring myself to say anything. I can't bring myself to move. And my dad finds me first, and he just puts his hand on my back, and I crumpled harder than I thought I could. And after hysterics and weeping, my mother said, I really feel like God made it a way for us to get here, because your sister just coincidentally had a 4-day weekend. And I can remember being immediately like, if you're gonna tell me God can arrange travel arrangements but can't fix what's going on in my life right now, I don't want to talk. I appreciate you guys driving down here, but I just need to be still. I am not going to talk about how any of this is going to get better or worse. I'm not going to talk about how I feel. I don't want you to try to bring me to. I just need you, if you want to help, you just be here. And they took that in stride. And I'm so... My mother was very immediately understanding, and I can remember feeling very similar. Like, I don't want to talk about anything that's causing me to hurt right now. I'm sick of talking about this. This is you know, been in my face for so long. That one's heavy. That one's really heavy.
I'm sick of talking about myself. I'm sick of talking about myself and realizing that talking about myself never ever helps. Still, I call for help because I really want help. But the pills didn't seem to help, and the therapist didn't seem to help. But still, I want help. I've danced with the devil in hell. I've sat in a prisonless cell, and here I always dwell, in this prison in my soul.
Wow. Here I always dwell in a prison in myself. I've said this a lot of times. If you hear me talk or if you watch my videos, you'll hear this again. But I feel like 100% when you're dealing with grief and trauma and mental health urgent, you know, scenarios, it really is us becoming prisoner to ourselves. And I think wanting help is a great step, but I think accepting help is significantly harder a step to take. And I hope if you're in a spot where you want help, you will accept it if it comes your way. May that be your case.
I do this thing where my mind travels back to the golden age. You know those times where you were carefree and everything was golden? Golden age. You know those times where everything was golden, where you were carefree and everything was golden? The hardest thing I ever had to do was come to terms with the fact that that time never really existed. I've always felt so fucking detached and broken, bruised and mismatched. Find it hard to relax, living under the cracks. Tried to fill in the gaps, lying here on my back. Still, I can't find it. Sense of peace in my mind declined it. Pulse increase and my sweat combines with a feeling so deep I fall inside it.
That was super Saiyan heavy.
So fucking detached and broken, bruised and mismatched.
When the bass comes in,
find it hard to relax, living under the cracks. Tried to fill in the gaps, lying here on my back. Still, I can't find it. Sense of peace in my mind declined it. Pulse increase and my sweat combines with a feeling so deep I fall inside it. Depression, I hate you, depression. Your constant oppression, respond with aggression. They say depression brings you lessons. Constant stressing conceals blessings. You will grow in broken settings. Fuck those lessons, fuck depression.
Yeah, that feeling. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah.
I've been living in your shadow for so long that I forgot how I can shine. How I can find a refuge in my mind. How am I meant to sit here and unwind?
This part right here has such a tension to it. I don't know if you're hearing it, but there's this offbeat, like almost sounds like a kind of cowbell thing, and it really it's not happening in time, so it sounds like it's really kind of pulling the song apart a little bit.
Fuck those lessons, fuck depression. I've been living in your shadow for so long that I forgot how I can shine. How I can find a refuge in my mind. How am I meant to sit here and unwind? The planets align. I feel like I'm cursed. Feel like I'm cursed to just be here to hurt. Feel like I'm cursed to just be here to bleed. But my demons been feeling this way since birth.
That whole part, there's so many noises happening. I'm having trouble separating them. It's amazing because I imagine that he's articulating with music what's happening in this fucking thing, and that is so cool.
Fuck those lessons, fuck depression.
And if you have headphones on, please dig into this, because listen to the noises and all the swirling. There's vocals, kind of oohs and ahs, high pitched and low pitched. There's the off.
I've been living in your shadow for so long that I forgot how I can shine.
There's some howls back
there. I can find a refuge in my mind. How am I meant to sit here and unwind? The planets align. I feel like I'm cursed. Feel like I'm cursed to just be here to hurt. Feel like I'm cursed to just be here to bleed. But my demons been feeling this way since birth.
Oh my god, these lyrics are just massive.
Depression, I hate you. 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 Depression, I hate you.
Oh man. That one was a tough one. That one was a tough one. I pray that if anybody relates to those lyrics in the now. And I'm not saying if they've ever related to them, but I hope and pray that if you relate to those lyrics now, that you understand I care about you. And I know so well what it's like to deal with those things. And I hope that you find it within yourself to allow help. And that you find it within yourself to just choose to believe a light at the end of the tunnel, even if you do not see one yet, because I promise you, it's there. I love you guys, and I hope that you win your battles and that you win your wars. I love you. I keep doing that. It scares me.